Okay, so the next and final portion of my makeup declutter is going to be my eyeshadow palettes. I've got this basket full of them, and then I've got a big basket that is out of the frame full of eyeshadow palettes, so this is going to be a tough experience, but I'm gonna do it. So I did just want to first mention these two products. These are ones that I weren't in my drawers for whatever reason. They were like on my makeup desk and I missed them. So I just wanted to mention these just to make sure that I mentioned every product. But this is the NYX Deep Bronze Eyeshadow. And this is really old, but this is a beautiful, beautiful shade. So I'm going to be keeping that, and I'm also keeping my Too Faced Sketch Marker eyeliner, liquid eyeliner in black. So keeping those two items. So let's go ahead and get on to the eyeshadow palette. So I honestly don't think I'm gonna get rid of any of these from this basket, but I'm gonna go through them anyway. Oh, this is not an eyeshadow palette. This is the Too Faced the little black book of bronzers. This is just filled with the Too Faced bronzers. We've got Milk Chocolate Soleil, Snow Bunny, Dark Chocolate Soleil, Pink Leopard, Beach Bunny, and Endless Summer, and Snow Bunny. So this is stunning. I love Milk Chocolate Soleil. That's probably the one I've used the most. I also really like Dark Chocolate Soleil, but I love all of them. Sorry if you heard my phone vibrate, but I'm definitely keeping this. This is like a loved product. My boyfriend bought me this for like, I think my high school graduation, but definitely keeping that. So let's just start from the front. This first one is my Naked palette, and this has definitely seen better days, but this is what the inside looks like. Oh my gosh. As you can see, I've completely used up Virgin, Sidecar, and Toasted. I'm almost done with Sin, and I've hit Major Pan on Half Baked, but I love this palette. I really want to buy a new one, but it's $50 something. This is from, I think, when I was a freshman in high school, which was 6 years ago. But I can't get rid of this. This was my first high-end eyeshadow palette, so I'm gonna keep this until I buy a new one. I love it so much. This is such a great palette. And continuing on with the Urban Decay theme, I've got the Naked 2, which I also love. I've hit pan on Booty Call, pretty decent pan on Verve, as well as what is this one called? Sidecar? Is that called Sidecar? It like completely wiped off. No, YDK. Sidecar is in this one, I think. Yeah, Sidecar was in this one. Yeah, YDK. I love this shade. Let me just give you a swatch. Holy crap. Beautiful. Love it. Amazing. Gotta keep those. Then we've got the Urban Decay Naked 3. This one I have not used as much as the other ones, as you can very obviously tell, but I am definitely keeping this. This has some beautiful shades, and I do need to get more use out of this though, but I will be keeping it for sure. And then I've got the Naked Smoky palette, which looks like this, and I've honestly only used this like maybe 3 times. So I really, as I was saying, I've honestly only used this like 3 times, and I really need to use it more because these shades are absolutely stunning. So I'm gonna make it a point to start using this more because I spent $54 on this and I don't want it to go to waste. So I'm going to keep that one. I'm also keeping all of my Too Faced palettes. This is the OG packaging of the chocolate bar palette. The names aren't even on it, but this is a beautiful palette. I love everything about this. I'm definitely keeping this. This shade is a beautiful transition shade, and it's got some pretty unique colors in here, like this one right here, which is called Amaretto. Let's just swatch that one real quick. Oh, it's like brown, but it has like reddish pink and gold like duochrome in it. I'm not sure if you can really tell on camera, but that's a really pretty color, so definitely keeping that. as well as the Semi-Sweet palette, which this is a pretty dang good palette, except for this mousse shade. That is like bizarre, and I'm not really sure what's going on there, but this shade is pretty much a bust. As you can tell, there's like no color payoff. It's just like glitter, and it's kind of like a wet, weird consistency. So that color is not good, but all the other ones are. Then we've got the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon palette, and this one's super cute. I love the packaging. This is Cafe Aulat. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. That's like my favorite shade in the palette, as well as this big one, Satin Sheets. Love this so much, and I love that they all smell like chocolate. And then this is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This shade, Luscious, is again one of my absolute favorite eyeshadows of all time. Like, look at that color payoff. That is beautiful. So pretty. So definitely keeping that. Then we've got some more Too Faced palettes. This is the Return of Sexy palette. This is a super shimmery, gorgeous palette. My only complaint is that it only opens up this far, which is like kind of annoying, but I love this so much. My boyfriend picked this out for me, and I definitely am going to be keeping that, as well as this Too Faced Love palette. I actually found this at Marshall's for like 20 bucks or something, and I haven't used it yet. As you can tell, but it's so pretty, and I'm definitely going to be using this in the near future. Then we've got the Modern Renaissance from Anastasia. Again, beautiful eyeshadows. I love Primavera. That's a beautiful color, and all these mattes are stunning. My only complaint is the packaging. It gets so dirty, as you can tell. It's like disgusting, but it's a beautiful palette. Then we've got the Nude Tude by The Balm, and this one is really nice. It's not my favorite, but I'm still going to be keeping it because it has some really pretty, I was reading the name Selfish, pretty shades like Selfish, which is right there. And then Standoffish, which is right there. And these are like, this is my only palette from The Balm, so I really want to keep this for reference, and it is still available, so I'm going to keep that. And then I have the Shade and Light eye palette. This is a beautiful all matte palette. I think this is my only all matte palette, and definitely keeping that for sure. And I also have this Shade and Light contour palette. I just got this from Marshall's for I think $20. This is, yeah, the Shade and Light contour palette. It's just the old packaging, which is why I'm sure it was at Marshall's, but I haven't used it yet, but I'm really excited to use that. And then we've got another Anastasia palette. This is the Self-Made palette. This is so pretty. This is my favorite eyeshadow of all time. Right here. This is called Pink Champagne, and it is the prettiest eyeshadow ever. I love it so much. You can tell I've like used a whole lot of that shade, but this is a beautiful palette as well. And then I've got my two Jeffree Star palettes. This is the Beauty Killer palette. I love this so much. All of the colors are so pretty, and the packaging is stunning. And then I have the Androgyny palette as well, which again is beautiful. So I'm keeping both of those. Also keeping the Lorac Mega Pro 2. I haven't actually got as much use out of this as I wish I have, but it's so pretty. I love the shade Prosecco, as well as Melon and Tangerine and Lavender. I think those are really like nice, unique shades. And Tawny and Burlap are like beautiful transition colors. So gonna keep that. And then this is the Morphe 350 palette, and this is so pretty. I love this palette. I think it is amazing, totally worth the money, so I definitely will be keeping this one. And this reminds me, okay, I just bought the Morphe 350 palette, and it's still in the box, so I haven't opened it yet, but I will be keeping that one as well, and I'll be adding it to this basket. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick everything back in here because I didn't get rid of anything from that drawer, but I will get rid of some other ones from the next basket. I called it a drawer, but it's a basket. Okay, so this is my other basket full of eyeshadow palettes. I have so many, so let's just get started. I have these 3 palettes from Too Faced. This is the Cat Eyes palette, which I just got from Marshall's. I am definitely keeping this. I haven't used it yet, and it's so pretty. This kitty glitter shade is like a beautiful baby blue, and I think that's just gorgeous. Then I've got the Pop Sugar palette, which is a beautiful palette. It's super fun and summery, and I love the pops of color. Then we've got the Too Faced Totally Cute palette. I've used this once. I've used just like a couple of the shades. Again, I got this from Marshall's or TJ Maxx or something. So definitely keeping this, and it came with these little stickers. Okay, so as I was saying, this palette did come with these little stickers to put on here, but I think that the plain pink packaging is super cute, but I did decide to keep the stickers just in case I use them for something else. Okay, I need to get rid of something. Okay, this is the e.l.f. Snow White palette. This is the Fairest of Them All beauty book, and I had my boyfriend buy this for me, and it's so cute. I don't know what to do. I might put this in the maybe pile. It is sentimental because my boyfriend bought this for me, and I really love that. Like, I don't know, it just, whenever Cam gets, my boyfriend's name is Cam, I'm just gonna call him Cam. Whenever he gets me something, it just is like so much more special. I haven't reached for this in a long time, but let me just swatch a few of the shades really quick. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, darn. Okay, even the blush is really pretty. Okay, I have to keep this. No, I don't know. I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. Wow, this is so hard. Oh my gosh. Okay, what to do? Okay, this is the e.l.f. Custom Compact. This, okay, I've got some shades in here. Let me see if they work in my, the Tarte one really quick. Okay, so these shades, okay, so they all work in this Tarte one, which they didn't work in here. So I am going to, oh, the metal piece just fell out. I am going to be decluttering this right away because I don't need that, and it doesn't even work. So these shades, this is Lounge from Urban Decay. This is, I think I got this in an Ipsy bag. It's a miniature version, and I do really want to keep that. I have the full size in a single, but it's such a unique shade that I do want to keep that. This is an e.l.f. shadow in Truly Pink. Let me just swatch it. I don't think I'm going to keep this. Yeah, no, I'm going to declutter this. This is the e.l.f. Truly Pink. So I'm just going to actually stick that back in here. Then we've got these 3 MAC shades. This is Pink Venus. Let's see here. Let's do a little swatch. Wow, that like doesn't, there's no color payoff whatsoever. Can you even see that? It's like right there. So I'm going to get rid of Pink Venus. Then we've got the MAC shade in Contrast. Wow, that color payoff is so sucky. Let me try again with more force. Okay, that's better when I pushed down a lot harder. Let's see if you can see that. It's like a purple, like a deep purple, but it has like this tealish blue shift to it. I think I might keep that one. And then this is Plumage by MAC. This is a, wow, that is a very unique shade. That's like a deep greenish blue, and it's a matte shade, so I will be keeping that one as well. So I'm keeping 3 of the shadows from that palette, these two MAC ones and this mini Urban Decay one, and then I'm getting rid of the two pink ones. What do you know? Pink is my favorite color, but I'm decluttering the e.l.f. one and then the MAC Pink Venus. So yeah, that's a little bit better. I'm feeling a little better. Okay. Next we've got the Urban Decay Pulp Fiction palette. I love the death out of this palette. Does that even make sense? I love this palette so much. I will definitely be keeping this. This is such a basic go-to palette. I love this shade in Righteous. I've used like a huge dip in it. I'm not sure if you can tell. Oh, yep, there. I've also used a lot of this tranny shade. I've never seen Pulp Fiction, but I got this from Nordstrom Rack and it was like $10 or something like that. So definitely keeping that. Then we've got the Sephora Ombre Obsession eyeshadow palette. This I got for Christmas and I haven't used it. I don't think. It's a unique idea. This gold shade. Wow, this is gonna be like, wow, look at that. Why have I not used that yet? That's such a cool color. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile as well. Okay, let's just keep on going. This is the Urban Decay Naked on the Run. I am definitely keeping this. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades, as well as a blush, bronzer, highlight, a lip gloss, an eyeliner, and a Perversion mascara. So definitely keeping that. Great for travel. And then we've got the Tarte High Performance Naturals. This is an old what is this called? Holiday palette. I love this so much. Definitely keeping that. I love how many matte shades there are. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 matte shades. And I love it. Then we have the Vice 3. This is a beautiful palette. I'm going to be keeping this. This is my only Vice palette that I have. Last Sin is an amazing, amazing shadow. Same with Alien, Alchemy, Lucky, all of these neutrals over here. This is just such a really pretty palette, so I'm going to keep that. I'm also going to keep this Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. This is from Urban Decay. I literally like died when I saw this. I had to have it, and I've literally only used it a few times, but it's just because I forget about it. Like, I honestly forgot I had this palette, but definitely keeping it. I need to like put more use to this palette. It's such a great palette. And then I'm also keeping the Sephora Color Wonderland. This is like a jumbo eyeshadow palette with any color you can imagine. My boyfriend bought me this for last Christmas, I think, but definitely keeping that. Okay, I need to get serious now. I just love eyeshadow palettes so much. Okay, this is the Urban Decay. What is this? So this is an Urban Decay palette, and I don't know what it's called, but this is what it looks like. It's super pretty. We've got Baked Cowboy, Smog, Free Love, Bordello, Sin, some beautiful shades, Mushroom. I'm definitely going to be keeping this. This is like, I love the array of colors in here. This purple is such like a bright, unique shade. I'm not really sure how well that's picking up on camera, but I'm gonna keep that one. This is so hard. This is the Sephora Glamour something palette. All Access Glam Gold and Silver Eye and Face palette. I got this for Christmas a long time ago, and I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm going to declutter this. I loved this palette. I brought this with me to Poland. This was such a great palette to travel with, but I just don't reach for it anymore, and it's still got a lot of life left in it, so I'm going to declutter that and give it to someone who will use it more than I do. Then we've got the Blushed Nudes by Maybelline. I really actually like this palette, especially these two shades right here. This one that I've hit pan on, as you can tell. And then this like purpley pink color. Those two are beautiful. This one up here is also really nice. I like this formula this matte one is it's like a satiny shade. It's kind of a dud, but this formula, those are like the same formula. Those are all beautiful and stunning and worth me keeping this palette. Then we've got the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself, and I have not used this yet. Why haven't I used this yet? I bought this during the like 20% off or 15% off sale, whatever that was. And this is so pretty. I have to use this. Like these two shades are like screaming my name, so definitely keeping that. This is the Sephora Vintage Filter Palette. My dad bought me this. He just like decided he wanted to get me something, which was so nice of him. So I will be keeping this. I love these matte shades in here. They're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I love this like greenish color. It's like muted and not like overly green, but it's like unique, so still wearable, so definitely keeping that. Okay, so then we've got the Hard Candy Natural Eyes palette. This is the Natural Eyes palette. This is the Sassy Eyes palette. These were supposed to be dupes for some of the Too Faced like smaller palettes. I don't know. This one I can get rid of. This is the Sassy Eyes one. I'm gonna declutter this. I just don't need it. And then this one I'm gonna put in the maybe pile. I don't know. I love Hard Candy so much, and I love this palette. I just don't know if I need it, so I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. Okay, this one, look at that packaging. Oh my gosh, this is like, I think this is a Profusion palette. Okay, so this is a Profusion palette. The packaging is stunning, which is why I bought it. It was $5, but I never use this. I think Emily Noel. It was Emily Noel who like told me about this. Not told me about it, but she mentioned it in a video, and I was like, I have to have that, but I don't use this, and I need to, I love the packaging, but I just need to get rid of this, so I'm gonna declutter it. This breaks my heart. Like, I love seeing that, but I have to get rid of it. I can't. This is the Smoked palette by Urban Decay. This is, again, a beautiful palette. I love these, like, gem-toned shades, and then Barlust is nice. Freestyle and Kinky are beautiful, so definitely keeping this one. I'm also keeping the Too Faced The Power of Makeup, and this is the Nikkie Tutorials collab. I love this so much. This Champagne Truffle shade, like, got some hard pan on it, which is really annoying, but I love the blushes. These eyeshadows are really pretty. A lot of people had issues with this palette, but I didn't, so definitely keeping that. I'm also keeping my Tarte Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen collab. This is, again, a very beautiful palette, and I love it, so keeping that. I'm also keeping the Gwen Stefani and Urban Decay palette. This is so pretty. I love the mattes. The gem toned kind of shades are beautiful as well. I used this punk shade as a liner several times. It's kind of like a maroonish burgundy color, so definitely keeping that. This is the Makeup by Mandy 24 palette from BH Cosmetics. I bought this because I knew who this was. Her name is Amanda Steele. I honestly have not watched her in years. I don't even know if she still has a channel. That tells you how old this is. Like, I don't even remember like any specific videos from her, but this was a super loved palette. This actually, like, these three shades are like basically a dupe for the Walking on Eggshells Wet n Wild trio, I think. The one that I have, I don't remember if it's Walking on Eggshells or the Silent Treatment. I think it's Walking on Eggshells, but beautiful shades, but this is old and I just need to get rid of it, so that's going in the declutter pile. The last one I have is the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette. I love this so much. I haven't used it as much as I want to. I kind of forgot about it, so I'm glad that I'm doing this declutter so that I, you know, can remind myself some of the shades that I have. So definitely keeping this one. Now let's put everything back and check out my maybe pile. So here are my three maybes. As you can see, there's like so much space in here now, which is like kind of amazing, especially because I ordered the Cat's Pajamas palette as well as the Morphe 3502 palette, so I definitely need the space. So going back to these, I'm going to declutter the Sephora Ombre Obsessions palette. I know someone that would love this so much, and I haven't found great use for it, so I'm going to pass this one on. And then these two I think I'm going to keep. This is the Hard Candy Natural Eyes palette. I just really love this one. And then this is the Snow White one, and upon further consideration I did decide to keep this, so I'm going to put that one right there. Okay, so these are the palettes that I decided to get rid of. This is the Sephora Ombre Obsessions palette, the Makeup by Mandy BH Cosmetics palette, the Profusion palette. Part of me wants to keep this still, but I don't know. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. I'm gonna keep it. This is so bad. I just really want it. It makes me so happy to look at. I have to. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm such a bad declutterer. Then I have the Hard Candy Sassy Eyes palette, the Sephora All Access Glam palette, and then this little e.l.f. compact that's like so dirty, by the way. And this has those two pink shades in it. So I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 palettes. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed my declutter series. I think I've run out of categories. I've done nail polish, perfume, and now makeup. Also skincare, hair care, body care. So if you haven't seen those videos, check them out. They'll be linked as a playlist in the description box. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!